Okay, we're on. A lot of drama going on. Um, you'd have to be living under a cave or going for a walk like Hillary did in the woods. How she did after she lost. To not to know about a lot of bad things that are going on. And some of the people I've discussed are fully involved. Not involved, that's not the word. It's a big issue for them. Dear old Tracy Oberman is thinking about leaving England. A lot of big marches, a lot of trouble. Suella Braverman, crazy woman, another ugly woman, causing a lot of trouble over there. Tommy Robinson's back. Not really a big fan of his. Uh, they let him back on Twitter, him and Katie Hopkins, just before to stir up drama, so looked a bit manufactured to me. I think someone was pulling the strings there. Very odd decision. All of a sudden, after being out for years on Twitter, Tommy Robinson and Katie Hopkins were brought back to stir up trouble. So maybe Braverman was behind that. Cruella. They did the Rwanda plan over there. That's been a big disaster over there. Very poor, just insane. They've lost the plot, and 30p Lee Anderson. It's been a bit of, he's saying they should just ignore it. Crazy. They're out of their minds over there, the Tories. And there's been a bit of drama here too. The Voice was knocked back, and Marsha Langton's talking a little bit of nonsense, and so I was glad to vote no, because she would have been a really big player in that. She might have been in charge of it. Never any details given, but she would have been top dog probably. So dodged a bullet there. The Antifa guys and the pseudo leftists can thank the cookers for that, because the cookers are generally against that. A lot of disappointment with Labor, but that's to expect. They've always been like that. They've always been very weak and untrustworthy, the Australian Labor Party. It's just going to be very bad, isn't it? I just don't see any good coming out of this. It's going to get a lot worse. I think Alex Jones is right. I think these... we'll look back on these times, which we think are bad, as the good times. The Ukrainians are losing. Going to be a lot of trouble there. It's going to be a lot of blowback. Hamas itself is blowback for the Israelis supporting it, building it up to oppose Fatah. Very bad situation. Blowback again. And we'll get the blowback too. Europe will cop the blowback really bad. Because I think the Ukrainians are very nasty, and they'll get very nasty. Once they lose, they're going to get very, very, very nasty. Very nasty. And there's going to be a lot of highly trained neo-Nazis and the like who are going to be sent overseas, I think, and they're going to... there's going to be a lot of death and destruction. They could do it in America. They could... the neo-Nazis could send people over to America here, just start shooting randomly. There could be just... like Al-Qaeda on acid. It's absolutely horrendous. The whole thing is just evil and incredible. I just sort of can't really sort of comprehend it. The twisted nature. Should have been a ceasefire and a deal in April 2020. But the Americans and the British, the great Satan and perfidious Albion, interfered and pressured Zelensky to say no, and hundreds of thousands of people are dead, and for no benefit. It'll be a worse deal. They'll probably come up with something soon, and it'll be worse, and just evil. The West, the Anglosphere, is just an evil place. Evil people. Demonically evil. Genocide Joe. Bernie Sanders is very weak. He's a bad person. He should never. He's a bad news, Bernie. Bad news, Bernie. So it's just, I can't even think. It's just can't say. It's just horrendous. The whole thing is absolutely horrendous. But there's been a bit of an update in the Audrey Hale. I did mention that one. I did a little video on that one. She's they released three pages to Stephen Crowder, who's doing collaborations with Alex Jones now. 3 pages of that, and I don't know, it seemed a bit fake to me. But there's some things that corroborate. Well, don't know whether we've seen the whole thing. I can't mention what she said in that. Don't want to put it behind the 18 plus, but so they'll probably release the whole thing soon. At least that booklet and probably a bit more. They'll just have to, because people just want to know, don't they? But I don't know what to think. It's all just a nightmare. We're living a nightmare. This is just a nightmare, and we can't wake from the nightmare. But things keep going on, and got to just try to survive it. That's the goal for everyone, just to survive. It's going to get very, very, very ugly, and so we might hear more too on Audrey Hale. We might get the full version soon if we all live another week.